So what would you like to say?
World's coming to an end, watch out.
Test run, testing 1. We're gonna test the zoom. No. Nope.
Really?
Nope. So San Carlos Apache Reservation, Michael Paul Hill.
Wow. Did you hear that though? It's happening. So what do we do? What is the next plan? My cousin was telling me that people need to start making arrows. Do you know that? And things like that. And bows. And that we should be getting people prepared not to accept their numbers in their system to cashless society. You know what I mean? I think that's reasonable. As a nation, we should be prepared too, right? For the people. Or domestic dependent sovereign. A nation or a people or a god, huh? No, sovereign means. Don't show my fat. Check this out.
San Carlos Apache Reservation, Michael Paul Hill.
One of these guys have a. There, look at. Last year I was hanging out over here. I was hanging out at this place, which is the place where Apaches fought each other with sometimes buffalo soldiers, sometimes what they call Western Apache and Cherokees together. That's why up here in the corner it's called the Gila Archaeological Project. And last year I went there, and we went to these different sites where our people supposedly, well, they did their battles, you know. One for freedom, and I guess you could, well, they're both freedom, I guess, if you think about it. And some were bought out too, some were deceived, you know what I mean? So, kind of like in the same situation that's happening now with our Agent Orange situation. How they deceived everybody, including the federal government, you know, and their actions to contaminate and toxify us. So, I don't know, you gotta get exposure. A lot of it everywhere, and it needs to be out there. Because it's hardcore. And they do need to wake up. I don't know what they need, you know. I mean, sometimes I think about this stuff. That's why I showed you this about this, because this is, to me, is like how serious it is about what's going on. And wouldn't mind you that Andrew Big Smoke wouldn't be a part. My friend Andrew Big Smoke from the Denny Nation would be a whole part of this mechanism for happening, because right now he's walking the earth and letting the people know to turn your ways, he even says. And all of this stuff that's happening right now with the global warming, they want to call it, and wind, you know, they've created this. They created this, so what do you do? What do you do? But warn them too, you know, I mean, they're brothers and sisters, right? So as brothers and sisters, they need to be scolded as well. And I think the earth can do that on their own. We don't need our help. What we need to do is just pray for endurance, huh? Probably things need to be known and shared, and not being so private about all kinds of stuff now these days, because we're dealing with a greater evil that exists right now. And you know, you think about that especially with again, witch's brew, you know, I mean, I just can't get that out of my head on how he described that as on that level. So I think we should be knowing this stuff. I think that the yin needed to do something too and help each other, not to be so. This is my knowledge, and all this and that. That how sometimes the setting is because it's not. It belongs to the people too, and they need help. I think, don't you?